I assume in Arizona it's going to be far warmer than it is in Illinois.
It was far warmer in Illinois on Thursday.
Yeah, welcome to the Midwest.
Thursday, 68 degrees F. Friday morning, snow.
Which is just what?
It's what we had.
I know.
It was crazy.
It was very crazy. But, climate change doesn't exist, right? Huh. I feel like I should recognize it because it sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't really recognize it.
It seems like you recognize a lot of stuff from '89 with a dance move.
That's telling of my musical tastes in that era. I mean, I was the girl who, when I got my first cassette player in, I want to say 88. Yeah, because I got a radio pretty early and a cassette player pretty early. Because my parents realized that I was really into music. And I got, my very first cassette tape was New Kids on the Block, and my second one was MC Hammer. So if that tells you anything about my musical tastes at that age, I was all 7 years old. But yeah, I like dance tunes, and then I got into Boyz II Men and Mariah Carey and stuff like that. And I would alternate between listening to the popular music station, the top 40 station, and the easy listening station.
Knox.
Yeah, I was into the more poppy and dance music and stuff when I was a kid. And then when I hit my teenage years in the early 90s, I switched to what my father lovingly referred to as angry chick rock. So Alanis Morissette and Paula Cole, Sean Colvin, Fiona Apple. I was really big into Fiona Apple back then. And the thing is, I still listen to that stuff. But then, as I got older, I got into, I think in the early 2000s, I got into emo thanks to my brother. And then hard rock. Because the only radio station I could get when I was working in that one factory was KLQ. WKLQ, and out of, I can't remember if that was GR or Lansing. And they played hard rock and classic rock and stuff like that. That's the station that I miss in the month of May, because in May they do what's called Maytalica, and they play a Metallica song at the top of every hour. That was funny because I'd be working in this factory. I was doing assemblies for windshield washers, like fluid hoses and whatnot, in this factory. And I didn't have an MP3 player back in those days. So I had this little portable radio with headphones, and I would listen to KLQ, and it's like, oh, they're playing Metallica. Okay, it's such and such o'clock. It's top of the hour. Okay. How many hours do I have till I get out of here? And that's not meant to disparage people who work in manufacturing jobs. It's just that was not a fit for me. But you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, I realize this isn't the most exciting scenery, but it is still scenery.
I believe you will have worse scenery in Iowa and Nebraska, from what I've heard. Though I also believe we will make up for it in Colorado.
Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to that because I've never been to the mountains.
Neither have I was in 1987 when I flew from Chicago Midway to Santa Barbara, we stopped westbound at Denver Stapleton, and we changed planes eastbound at Denver Stapleton. And then when I went to Vegas, we changed planes at Denver International. But the return trip from Vegas was direct from McCarran to O'Hare. Story I read a few weeks ago that some flat earther was out to prove the Earth was flat with a gyroscope. And
gyroscope?
Yeah.
I've only heard about the guy who did a homemade rocket or something.
No, somebody was trying to prove flat Earth with a gyroscope, but then determined that there was something wrong with his gyroscope because it was off by 15 degrees every hour. It's like, dude, you just proved that the Earth rotates at 15 degrees per hour. Congratulations. The world is round. Shut up.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like the guy Eugene from Tar Guy says, "I'm right, you're wrong. Shut up." Now we can have conversation and actually record us talking to each other instead of just recording the road. Pretty sure that's going to get visually boring to most people. I would think it's fine because I'm one of those people where if it's a video I've seen before but I like the dialogue in it, I'll just let it play in the background while I'm doing something else. That's like you say, this car likes to go. Ranger and this car were a perfect pair because Ranger likes to go too. And he doesn't like going slowly.
No.
I remember one of the first big trips we took him on. We were driving on the interstate and we're zooming along, and then we hit a traffic jam because there was an accident. I think this was on 65 north.
This was on 65, yeah.
And we slowed down and we were stopped a little bit, and Ranger starts whining like, wait a minute, why aren't we going?
He was whining.
I missed it, didn't get the show, but there was like major flooding because the Rock River is really high.
Yeah, the rock is way up. That's bad.
Yeah, that is bad. Alright, we're back to this view for a while because we will be crossing the line into Iowa soon.
Detour West 74, in case you really don't know where you're going.
Are we still on 74 or are we
Oh
on
no,
80 now?
we're off of 74th. There's water right there.
Whoa, yeah. Holy cow.
There is water within probably 2 feet of the roadway.
That is insane. Whoa, big boat coming.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hey there, boat.
Get out of the way of the boat.
Yeah, that's an escorted load. Here's the front escort.
Oh, yeah. Oversized load. Yeah. Can't believe it.
Because he wrote it. I mean, he deserves songwriting credit for this. Oh, Mississippi's not as high.
It's still pretty high, though.
It's pretty high. Mississippi doesn't look unhealthy high. The Rock was crazy.
Yeah.
Touchdown.
Welcome to
Iowa.
Bye-bye, Illinois. Welcome to Iowa. You should see a welcome to Iowa sign here soon.
Yeah, it's past this curve. That big white one.
Yeah, I see it. The people of Iowa welcome you.
I don't think Irving Berlin wrote Gotta Dance. I think Arthur Freed and Herb Nassio Brown wrote, or Nassio Herb Brown wrote Gotta Dance. But Stones, go away. listen to this either, but
I'll see what's on Classic Rewind.
Floyd. Okay.
I don't like this Floyd one. That's like one of the few that I don't like.
Yes.
What's on Octane?
Yeah, she goes back to her stages.
Well, it's like, okay, Lithium, 90s grunge. Okay, that's me. Octane and Turbo, hard rock from like the 2000s onward. And then Liquid Metal. Yeah, those are my stations.
Yeah, those are your stations. I would say I'm surprised you don't have Ozzy's Boneyard on there, but I think it's just because there only fits 5.
Well, I kind of like having Hits 1 on here because I do listen to Hits 1 occasionally just to see what's popular, though most of it is kind of bleh. Ooh, that's handy.
You didn't know it could do that?
No, I didn't. Yeah. Although I know you can't see what the song is, you gotta like scroll it
Right,
down.
that's true. But
What is Alt Nation? I don't remember that station. It's probably another alternative rock station rather than just like a hard rock station. Yeah, Ozzy's Boneyard's right there.
yeah, so you got Ozzy's Boneyard, and then you've got 9. Pop Rocks, Pop 2K, and Alt Nation. And then if you swipe,
Oh yeah. Most of your stations. Oops.
Alt Nation is 36. So it's one. Alt Nation is 1 down from Octane.
I don't like this song either. Cranberries, not a fan.
We have that song in Rock Band because I bought it.
Right.
I think Tim has every other Cranberries song in Rock Band. I have Linger.
What's on the 90s station? Yeah. No.
Okay, leave it.
I find this more hilarious because we're white and we're listening to the Ride and Dirty song. White and nerdy.
Did Chamillionaire get pissed at Al?
No, he was one of the ones that was like,
he was happy with Al.
yeah. Well, he was one of those that like, hey, I was really popular with a lot of people because he parodied me. All right, cool. And he thought the concept of white and nerdy from Ride and Dirty was hilarious, if I recall correctly.
It is hilarious.
It is.